And when the box truck hit the sign outside of my facility, it cracked and damaged the structure, the beam that holds the sign up. So now, before we could get the sign put back up or put up, all of that has to be looked at. And somebody said that it'll be $2,000 just for them coming, do an inspection. So then, wait a minute, Kathy, I'm not done yet. In the libation room, in one of the coolers, one of the staff members accidentally punctured the refrigeration coil, and it started running out Freon like that. Damaged it. Got to have it replaced. Why am I sharing all of this with you guys? 8 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. Well, I'm sharing it because all of those things could cause an individual to lose their mind, raise their blood pressure, lose focus on what the goals and the things like that are, and become consumed with all of the problems and lose sight of the fact of two things. Number one, this too shall pass, and all things are working together for the good of them that love the Lord, which are called according to his purpose. And number two, at the end of the day, I still got to produce. At the end of the day, I still have to produce. Whatever the day is presenting me, I cannot allow the presentation of the day, listen to this, to hinder the productivity of my activity. Let me say that again. You cannot allow the presentation of the day to hinder the productivity of your activity, because every day you're going to be presented with new challenges. But what separates those that will be successful, those that will not, is how you address the challenges by which you are faced with. Some may say, well, Coach Dan, you know, all those things you can handle. You can just pick up the phone, make a phone call. You can write a check and this, that, and the other. No. One of my guys, one of my team members last night that was here helping said, man, the more money, the more problems. And the bigger the problem. Everything I just named to you today is big problems. But you know what? We have the capacity, if we allow ourselves the emotional stability and the mental fortitude, to be able to overcome any problem that we face in life. And for whatever reason, and I promise you this, next week I'm going to deal with some practical stuff about building your specific businesses. I promise I'm going to deal with it. Next week I'm going to give you some tools to use and how to scale and how to build your business. I'm going to do that. But one of the things I'm learning is that you can build the biggest business. But if you don't have mental fortitude and emotional stability, that business will crumble, because you will get lost in the problems that the business presents. You will get lost in the no's that you encounter. You will become consumed with the money you did not make. And as a result, you will abort. And you will abort because you do not have the mindset and the understanding that no matter what you're doing, where you're doing it, or who you're doing it with, nothing is going to always go as planned. So I'm talking to this particular vendor this morning. He is now 30 days late on full delivery of what he charged me a rush fee for. And every time he makes a promise, he doesn't keep it. And so today I asked him, I said to him, I said, what is the issue? Why can't you fully deliver? Give me till 9, I'll give you a day of when it'd be done. No, you just told me that last night. And the gentleman, grown, fully grown man, he begins to cry. And as he begins to cry, he begins to say that everything is on fire. He says, stuff in my house is in disarray. He's a Hebrew. He said, Israel is on fire. And he said, I can't give you a day right now. I said, what is the issue? How can I help you? He said, you can't help me. And I said, I can send guys to help you. I said, I can, but I can't help you with the solution to the problem if you don't tell me what the problem is. Here's what he said. The problem is not that I can't get it done. The problem is in my head. I can't focus. I cannot focus. And because I cannot focus, I can't even conceptualize when I can give you a date of delivery. Why? Because now he has become consumed with the emotions that is attached to the presentation of his day. And when you become consumed with the emotions that are attached to the presentation of problems from your day, then you will ultimately not only hurt your today, but you can destroy your tomorrow. This particular vendor, I had already committed 3 other jobs to. But because he does not have the mental fortitude, the emotional stability to deal with the problems of life and be productive, not only is he going to lose money on the job he's doing, but he's going to lose the next 3 jobs because I got to do business. And listen, y'all, I'm trying to help somebody understand it, because at the end of the day, the laws of wealth is not concerned about your emotion. At the end of the day, the laws of business is not concerned about your problems. At the end of the day, your utility company, regardless of the layoff, is still coming. Car note people still coming. The mortgage people is still coming. And you have to learn how to find a space where you can handle the issues of your emotions, so the issues of your emotions will not handle you. I can't be so consumed with woe is me. I can't be so consumed with, over the last 6 weeks, I've spent nearly $250,000 in cash in this, and now I'm having all of these things just happen at once. Woe is me. Oh, what I have to be consumed with is, okay, it's a problem, but now I got to deal with it. I got to deal with this problem so that this problem will not deal with me. And what I'm saying to you today is that, listen, we all got problems. I told the gentleman when he told me everything's on fire, I said, yeah, everything's on fire with me too. But you got 1 or 2 options. You could stand outside and say, whoa, everything is on fire, and watch it burn. Or you can become a firefighter. and utilize spiritual principles, mental fortitude, and emotional stability to be able to put the fire out. You could be a bystander that was in your home and stand outside your home and watch it burn. Or you can become the firefighter for your life and utilize the very tools that is necessary in order to put a fire out and put the fire out. The question is, what is it that you're going to do? Are you going to let your business suffer because you are suffering? Are you going to allow your business to crumble because you've had a few bad moments in your life? And the reason, I'm not minimizing whatever it is that you're dealing with, but I'm telling you that whatever it is you're dealing with, tomorrow is coming. And eventually, whatever the problem of the day is, unless you don't deal with it, that problem don't necessarily have to be of the day, don't have to be your problem of tomorrow. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? This too shall pass. Whatever the issues is with plumbing, it's going to pass. Whatever the issues is with the roof, it's going to pass. Whatever the issues is with this vendor, at some point, it's going to pass. One way or another, it's going to pass. So don't you pass out because you have not given yourself an opportunity to go through the process and allow it to pass. Whatever problems you got with the company is going to pass. Whatever the challenges you're having with customers, it's going to pass. And guess what? You may not be able to retain them all. But you got a big world. There's more out there for you to go get. But if you can't get out of bed to go get them, you'll never have them. Come on. If you can't gather your mental capacity and your mental thoughts and focus on what it is that's going to help you to become productive, then you'll live in a place of inactivity and a lack of productivity. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking to myself. And you know what? I am talking to myself. Because I got to eat from the same plate, from the same table by which I serve you. I don't make two meals. But I'm telling you, don't throw in the towel and you still got time left on the clock. I'm going to stop right there. Hopefully this was beneficial to you. Hopefully this made some sense to you. Hopefully you've grabbed something that you can utilize, not only in your business, but in your personal life. Hey, listen, don't stand outside your house and watch it burn. Become a firefighter and help put the fire out. I'm going to pass it back to Kathy. It's been a plump, pleasing pleasure, more than a privilege. Thank y'all. And until next time, as always, prosper.
Wow, I am a firefighter, I swear. In these quick 60 years, almost 61 years, I have definitely put out more than my share of barn burners. So thank you so much, Dan, for that encouragement. You're right. This too shall pass. So whatever it is that anybody's going through, although it might not be the same thing as your neighbor, it's your thing. And it is gonna pass. It's not as big as it looks. Right, Dan? I love that. I love it. Thank you for that reminder of faith. Thank you for sharing, being transparent. So today is Tuesday, guys. This is the day that if you're in the 360 community, you're going to get together with Dr. Betty and the experts, get your questions answered, and get some edification. Sorry about that lawn equipment. I'm outside. But other than that, I want to remind you of our rebounding today after the call, as well as I mentioned that Tuesday. I think that's it. Yes, we have 360 tonight at 7 p.m. Central, and then we have rebounding after this call. Go out, have an kind of day. Remember what Dan said. You can either watch the house burn or you can be a firefighter. And I know that because you're on this line, we got a whole team of firefighters. So just appreciate you guys. Have a great day.